Hi everyone, Henrik from Sangrok again. We are facing really strange days. We have to be isolated because of the coronavirus that is all over the world. But still, we should try to find a way to practice and train. So in this video, I would like to tell you a little bit what I think is essential when we are doing the forms, or Poomsae, as we call it in Korean, or Kata in Japanese. So follow me and see if this can be helpful for you as well. The form is a way of making a system of all the techniques in our style, and most martial arts, they have some kinds of forms. If you just do the movement without any thoughts, it would just be like empty movements. So I try to put up some key points that you can use when you're training by yourself. The first of all is the technique. And of course you have to know which technique that is coming. You have to know the order in the Poomsae. And you should know when you do a technique, where does that technique go? Is it in the middle or is it high? Should I punch high or should I punch low? This is some information you have to know when you do this form. And then it is how. When I chamber a block, should I chamber it here, here, here? I should know how to chamber. But this is also something you can feel, because if I am getting a block from this side and I feel there is something wrong, I can't get all of the body involved in this technique, it is probably a little bit wrong way of doing. So you can try to investigate yourself. Okay, this felt better, my whole body was involved, you're on the right track. The next thing that is very important in the forms or Poomsae is how to breathe. And of course everyone can breathe, but when do I breathe in and when do I exhale? And it should be done before you start to protect yourself, and you should breathe out when you counterattack. I will show this a little bit later. The next is the speed. Of course, we should have speed to make a technique more efficient. But if the speed is too fast for you to follow, you will get bad technique. So these have to be balanced. And also in the form, it should be like a pulse, like a heartbeat, going from yin to yang. So when I do a technique and I decide to execute, for example, a punch, it should go really fast, like 0.2 seconds. But then I need to have time to relax, because I should do the next movement from a relaxed state. If I try to tense my muscle all the way, it will go too slow and it will not be efficient at all. So the speed and the pulse. I will also try to show this later when I do a Poomsae. I will talk with you and see how I try to correct myself. Then we have the balance. We have stances in all of our martial art, different kinds of stances, and they are designed for the best balance, because my feet, my legs, they are like the stabilizing factor, so I can get more power out in my hands. That's why it's very important to focus on this balance. And so the balance will also come from having good stance. Know how is the apkobi, that is the long stance, apsogi, that is the short stance. But this about balance and stance is also very much connected with the breathing. Because if you're holding your breath, your balance will be worse. If I breathe correct, it could feel like I'm setting out roots, like I talked about in the Qigong video earlier. So this is just some points that you should try to remember, and having these thoughts in your head while you're doing your form, you can be your own instructor and you can feel if you're doing it right. And I think that is the best way of learning, when you are able to analyze yourself. Because then we are thinking a little bit deeper than just following like a robot. I hope this is useful, and hang in there and I will try to explain through one of the Poomsaes. Very many people think they have to always exercise the advanced Poomsae. In my Taekwondo system there is 17 Poomsaes, but actually Focus on the basic one. Of course, it is good to learn the whole system, but you get a lot of information from the basic one. So today I'm going to talk you through the first Poomsae called Taeguk Iljang. And what I focus on when I start, first of all, I start in this called the chariot. Then chumbi means ready in Korean. When I do chumbi, it should not be just my body is ready, but also my mind. So I should like zero out everything. So I breathe in and I breathe out. And I should have a sensation of now I'm ready and only now is existing. Now we come to the point of breathing, because now I will start to protect myself. And when I chamber, the first technique, that is when I breathe in through my nose and all the way down to where my belt is. So I block, and this should be done fast. At once when I feel I'm standing well and I got the relaxation back in my body, I should go and counterattack. Here. What I do, I breathe in, I push my breath down, and I breathe out. So that is like the first part. 1, 2. Find relaxation, find the balance. 1, 2. In the Poomsae now, we have a long stance. So again, I should look where I'm going. I chamber the technique, and I go into the long stance. Now, there is a punch coming, and I should involve this hip. And this is already lying a little bit behind, so if I push the hip, this punch comes automatically. Also with this long stance, I should feel that this leg is keeping and supporting my hips, so they are becoming strong. Almost like when you have a tent and the pole in the tent. This is that pole. This foot should be stable, and I should have, when I look down, I should not be able to see my toes, because then I'm not bending my knee enough. So now I have a good stance, I feel the balance, but it's also easy for me to move forward. Because the next technique now, I'm going forward and to this side. So I was breathing in, I'm now blocking just below my cheek and in. Same way another, breathing in and over. Feeling the balance. If the stance is low or high, it shouldn't matter. I should always feel I have a low balance point. So now we're having the same repetition again, long stance with a punch. Up. And now I will keep my breath a little bit longer, because I'm kicking before I'm punching. So I have to relax in the arm. Kick, punch. Round, kick, punch. Now I'm twisting, and I should always involve the body. So it is left hand and left leg. I have to twist a little bit, so I have 45-degree angle, and I go down with a low block, and the last one with a key hop, that is the yelling. Then up in the ready stance, breathe out. So while you're doing the form, have a checklist in your head. Good balance, good breathing, good power, the right speed, check, 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 check. Because if you do it like this, you're analyzing yourself and you will improve. So my challenge for you is to do this with all of your Poomsae. And we have a lot of time now that we all are in quarantine. Hope this was useful. Try to use it in your daily training. Thank you so much. And also, please remember to subscribe to this channel. If you're wondering about anything, you can write a comment and I will try to answer the best I can. Good training. See you soon.